Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to discuss all about how to create a responsive portfolio website using React.js and also Tailwind CSS. Here is a project. This is a cool animated image. When hover over the image, you are able to see the image has been appear as a perfect position. When hover over outside of the image, you are able to see the default image position has been applied on there. In the left side, have a content like name, your patients, content, and buttons which represent download and our network social sharing icons, right? Have some content which represents your projects, experience, and clients. When I hover scroll down, I am able to see the tabs which represents your each section. Let's say this is my default about section. When I refresh my page, as you can see the cool animation, and also the animations has been applied on our main section as well, but I'm gonna use the dark mode right now. Okay, so when I click the skills, I'm getting the skills section, as you can see, and our tab section has been applied as a sticky neighbor, right? When I hover down, as you can see, right? Let's move on the education. I just click on there. I'm getting the education section inside this one page. Click on projects, click on the contact. These are contact. So very cool, very attractive and professional project for you guys. I will teach you how you can create that from scratch. But before moving on that, let's look at the responsive. This is, by the way, small screen size like this. You can see the positions of the contents, and there are no any menus or any other options. Just use simple content. Okay, so let's click on the tabs like skills, education, projects, and this is a scroll bar. You can move on the left and right side to display the particular content inside there. And simple dark and light mode. Yeah, so we're gonna create it from scratch. So let's get started to set up our project. Okay, so guys, I have successfully installed React, Tailwind CSS, and also the site icon. So we're going to use three technologies to create a portfolio website from scratch. So first of all, I will design the component like showcase. Once I will design the showcase section or component, then I will teach you how you can use the logic to display the dynamic image, some content, and some conditional rendering. Right, so let's get started to design the component which represent the showcase. So guys, let's work on the logics to display some dynamic details, and also conditional rendering to display the different type of color combinations and image and so on and so forth. So I need to move on our code editor. So I need to open the app.jsx file. Inside there I need to make a states. I also mentioned all of the states. This time I will use the logics on later. This time I just use the logic inside the hero section, right? Const is dark mode, set is dark mode. Okay, I need to use state like this. By default is false, is visible, set is visible. Okay, so these are the states. We will use them inside the program. When the page will be used, I mean load, I will be able to use effect. Inside the use effect hook, I would like to use set is visible true and set is dark is false. Okay, and don't use another things. Let me create a function which I'll handle the dark and light mode. Toggle dark and set is not as dark, means toggle the button when user click on the button to display the dark, when user click once again to display the light mode. So this is the reason that I have used exclamatory sign on them. So I just get the object. The object in the objects have keys like background, card, bg, text secondary, text muted, border, hover. I've used the conditional rendering on there is dark mode to display the background color is like this, otherwise display the background color like this. That's it. So let's use them inside our project, right? So first of all, I use the first thing on there is theme classes dot background like this. Also I will use the manual style on there, should be I'm not interested on there, just use this, save, and there we go. You can't see any changes right now, but when I will use the logics inside the hero section, means conditional rendering, then you will be able to see the difference. So let's add some components is dark mode, and I'm going to say dark mode, toggle theme is visible, and also is visible like this. Just copy them, move on the top and destruct them. Is dark, toggle theme is visible. So the first step is like this. So I would like to use is dark mode is active. So just use, give me a second, background color 900, remove the text, and otherwise background color should be white. Just remove this one, PG white, like this, right? And yeah, perfect. So this is a conditional rendering on there, so I would like to use, cut that, and one is dark mode is exist, then display this one content, right? So let's move on, and this is also conditional rendering, so I just did it and use is dark mode, not is dark mode is active, press this content, and this is a toggle theme. When user click on that to change the color combination, let me check it the top, if yeah. So the first step, I need to change the conditional rendering on there is dark mode, bg gray 800 text should be gray 100, and when I hover the mouse, BG gray 700, border gray 700. Otherwise I will say BG white, text gray 700, and also use border gray 200, shadow MD, like this. And also I need to use conditional rendering on there. Is dark mode is exist to display the sun, like this. Otherwise display the moon, like this. Remove this one. And also I need to use the event on click when user click on that. So I would like to call the toggle theme. So let me open it, and I'm gonna click on it, as you can see, right? So let's move on, and there are a lot of things that we're gonna use it. So here is a 100, duration is 1000, but also I'm going to use is visible. Then I would like to use opacity is 100, yeah, and also I'm going to use translate y 0, otherwise opacity is 0, translate y is 10, yeah, best. And this is also conditional rendering. This dark mode is exist. The text should be gray, otherwise text should be gray 900, yeah, perfect. And this is the normal, and also I need to change it as like this. So I just copy it, and I'm gonna change a few things if I need them, like this. And text should be 600 on there, and gray is 300, right? So let's move on, and let me use where I will change. Let me check it where I have used the little template here. So just paste the code which have a dark mode, and text should be gray 200, otherwise text gray 700, like this. And I'm gonna use that same thing, text gray 300, otherwise 600. Okay, let's move on. And yeah, it is perfect. And also I'm going to mention that as gap to make a gap. And this is also conditional rendering, so inside there I have many things. So I'm going to change the BG preview 600, text should be y, and when I have a mouse, BG preview 700, otherwise BG preview 600, text white, and yeah, same thing. Let me save the file and let's check it now what happened. Yeah, it's perfect, guys. And when I click on it, yeah guys, great. So let's move on, and this is the href. So yeah, also I need to use the conditional rendering on there. So I'm gonna paste the code because I don't need to write again and again. BG gray 800, text should be gray 100. When I hover the mouse, BG gray 700, border gray 700, otherwise BG white, text should be gray 700. When I hover the mouse, BG gray 50, border gray 200, shadow MD, like this, right? And let's move on, and we're gonna use same thing. So So I just copy that. Give me a second. Just copy, and I'm gonna paste on there like this. I'm gonna save the file and look at that, guys. Let's work on the next section like this. So inside there I'm gonna use same thing that I have used on the top. So I just get that like this, and I'm gonna paste on there. Text giveaway 700 and 200, right? And also I'm gonna use that as text should be blue 400, and inside there I'm gonna use text blue 600. So this is my second conditional rendering. So inside there I'm going to use text gray 400 spaced on there, and this should be 500. Yeah. Let's move on. This should be what is yes experience. Text should be blue 400. Otherwise text should be 600, and paste the code. Text cover 400, just okay 500. So let me check it. Yeah, let me check that, guys. And this is the experience. Text giveaway 25 happy, and let's move on. So just copy that and we're gonna paste on there. This should be text blue and also blue 600 like this. This should be text gray 400, text gray 500. Yeah, so let's open it. Yeah, guys, perfect. Let me check it by clicking that, and there we go, guys. Great. Let's move on. And so here is important thing, headings. Hidden. So also I'm going to mention that is dark mode. Text should be gray 700 on there, and I'm going to 100. And this is the image, so I have a path. So just I get the path and I'm going to paste the path on there. So let me open it. And why it doesn't work, so I'm going to save the file. Why the images doesn't appear? So let me refresh it. Let me check that. Where is the problem, guys? Guys, I think something is wrong. So give me a second. Unsplash. With full height, full object fit object. How is it? Source. It is perfect, guys, but I don't know why I'm not getting the details on there. Let me check it by removing some content. So let's say what no. Okay, I think something is wrong, but I will fix it. Let's move on because I need to add the conditional rendering, and then I will fix it after completing this process. So just paste. What is this? I need to get the is dark mode like this. Copy that and we're gonna paste on there. This is a profile section, okay? And profile detail, I will fix it. Yeah, profile details. Alright, so in the profile details I need to use text should be gray 100, otherwise text gray 900. Okay, and let's move on and let's check it. Where is, okay, here is some fix it, but I need to use like this, and this should be text gray 300, otherwise 600. Okay, let's move on, and also I need to use that as the stock mode. Text should be blue 600, otherwise text gray 500. Let me move, check it. Okay, here is another thing, so just use that, but inside there I'm going to change the color combination. Should be purple 600, otherwise purple 500. Okay, let's move on, and I have more than 2 things. I would like to use that by adding different color combinations. Green 600, and this should be 500. And also I'm going to mention this same thing on the last one. In the last one I need to use text peachy. Okay, I don't need to use the peachy pink 600. This is a peachy pink should be 500. Yeah, so also I need to use peachy, and this should be peachy because these are icons, guys. So peachy purple, and like that, and this is also icon. I need to use peachy. No, I think, let me check it. Yeah, guys, the cool icons, but still I'm not getting the image. Don't worry, I will fix it. Why I'm not getting the image, I will fix it. Okay, and okay, I also mentioned that his BG value 600, BG value 500. Okay, so let me save it and look at that, guys. So guys, I have designed all of the components which are need inside our application, but we need to add the logics to display the dynamic details and data inside our application. So let's move on our code editor and we're gonna work on that step by step. So before moving on the logic, I have a file with the name of data.js. Inside the file I have images and I will use them inside our different sections. Like skill section I will use these, and in the education section I will use these details, projects, and yeah. So I'm going to close it and let's work on the tab navigation. In the tab navigation we're gonna add more than 3 props. First I'm going to open it and I would like to add theme classes. The first one is theme classes, which will help us to design the applications, components and active tabs. The next one is set active tab. So give me a second, so copy that and I'm gonna paste on there is theme classes and active tab. Let me check it. Yeah, active tab. And the last one is set active tab. Let me check one more time. Yeah, perfect. Once you get that, the next step you can use, the first one is theme classes dot card bg. This is the color which are coming from there, like this one. And also I would use theme classes dot border. Right, then the next one is I will use the map method inside there, so I'm going to cut that. And the first step, I need to destruct the tab from my data file, so I'm going to use import tabs from data file. Alright, so I use tabs.map tab index and just return this one content. So let me save the file and look at that. About me. Yeah, cool. But we're gonna change the details by adding the content. Okay, before adding the content, I would say active tab is equal to tab that id, means I select that. Inside there have a tabs. Let me show you tab. So this is ID name is about ID skills. So I just merge it. When these details are merged, then I would assign the different color combinations on the particular link or particular button. So if both are merged, so I'm going to use PG gradient, and the color I would get that from my why I'm getting that. Let me remove this one and also remove this one. Tab vector and this, so like this, and the color should be tab.color, text should be white, shadow algae. Otherwise I would like to use theme classes.text. And by the way, I use the theme classes means I target this one object. When I call the tab classes means tab.color means I target this one object details. Okay. Right. So theme text also I mentioned that is theme classes.hover. Right, also I'm going to add the animation which help us outside of the style. First I'm going to set the file, and outside of there I'm going to use style. There should be animation delay, index times by 100 milliseconds. Right. The next one is I need to display the icon. In order to display the icons, I need to get the icons and we're gonna assign it inside the variable. So let's do the const icon tab.icon. Right, so I'm gonna use this one. After this one, I'm gonna use icon. The size should be 24, and also I'm gonna assign the class margin bottom 2, and also conditional rendering active tab equal to tab.id. So what I'm going to do on there, I'm going to use text should be white, otherwise nothing, like this. Right, so the last section we're going to cover that. This should be span tag tab.level. I'm going to use tab.level. Also font should be bold, and this is about me, so I would like to use tab.description. Remove this one. And what is next? This is a level, and okay, I also mentioned this one in the span tag. Also I need to change the colors. Text should be XS, one active tab equal to tab.id. Assign the color text white 80. Otherwise theme, what is the name, theme classes, dot text muted. Okay, and yeah, so I'm gonna close it. So let me save the file and let's look at that. Yeah guys, I'm getting the result. When I click on that I can't, okay, I need to call the function when I click on the particular button. Okay, so what I'm going to do on there, this is button tag, and the button tag I need to use on click event, and when user click on that, so I'm going to call set active tab.id. So that's it. I'm going to save the file. Let me check it. Yeah guys, as you can see, so this section is completed. Now let's move on the next section. When I click on the particular section, then I need to get the particular component details inside this one page. So let's move on and we're gonna work on that. And yeah, so I'm gonna close this one file as well. So the first step, I need to create the function const or random tab content like this, and I'm going to use switch statement. Active tab is in the case which is about, so I would like to call return about component. Okay, now I'm getting that. Okay, like this. Okay, also I need to remove it, and guys, I think I need to import that because I'm facing issue. About from component about like this, right? So I just call the function inside the render component. Then you should be able to see our content inside the page. So let me save the file, and okay, I can't see anything. Okay, I just click on that, I'm getting the result. As you can see guys, the results is coming from my about me page, but we're gonna fix it and we will change the color combinations and conditional rendering on there. Cool. When I click on that, I can't see anything else. Look at that guys. So you can use same logic to, this is a case 1, but I need to use many cases. Like next one is skills, so I'm gonna pass on there is a skill component. The skills, okay, skills, yeah. This is education. Also I need to pass that is education component. That is our projects. So I need to pass on the project. Let me, okay, projects, yeah. The next and final one is nothing, means default, but also the last one is contact page guys. Contact, okay. The last and final thing, I need to use default. If our active tab does not match any of the case, then I would say return nothing like this. That's it. Let me import them one by one. So just skills. Next one is education, but also I need to change the component as well. Skill, education. This is a project, I think. Projects, yeah. Project, skill, and the what is the next? Contact, and this will be contact. Like this. Save the file and let me try it. Yeah guys, I'm getting skill details, education, projects. These are unstyled because I need to use the logic guys inside the pages, and we're gonna fix the issues step by step. Right, so let's move on and we're gonna work on the about section and we can manage it, right? So in order to design the logic or use the logic, I would say theme classes is a component. I need to pass it, and also I'm going to pass is dark, assign the values. Dark mode is dark mode. Okay, just open the about, destruct them, and this is theme class is dark mode. Okay, and what is theme class? Okay, the last and final thing I need to assign it is visible, and is visible. Okay, let me copy the last one and I'm gonna paste down there. So I have 3 components, I mean 3 props. We will use them to display the logics inside the page. Right, so this is our first one. In there I'm gonna use is visible is exist, then I would say animate slider, but this is optional. I don't use the animation inside this one page. I just leave it. Right, so where it is, the next, this is 6, and I need to use a few things inside there, guys. The first one is theme classes dot card page, make a space, and after this one theme classes dot border, and also the animation has applied on there. And let me check the next one. Yeah, I'm gonna add this one. Rocket, yeah, is dark mode is exist, text value 400, otherwise text value 500. Right, so the rocket, and also I'm gonna mention the size should be 32. Okay, and this is the experience. In the experience I need to use theme classes dot text, and same thing I'm gonna do on the last one, should be theme classes dot text muted. Right, so let me check it's working or not. So the about, yeah, when I change the colors, yeah guys, I'm getting that result. Right, and I'm gonna undo that, and let's move on and let's use the theme classes called BG, and what is the next? Okay. Theme classes dot border. Let me, yeah guys, 2 projects are clean. Here is a perfect position rather than this one. Right, so just change the color combination on behalf of the conditional rendering. Right, so let's move on and we will use same logic that I have used on the top. So just copy that because I need to save the time, and I'm going to paste on there. What is the next? Okay guys, it is dark mode, just get that. And this is a briefcase, so we'll just use like this, and just change the color like green, and also I'm going to use the green on there. And same thing, we're going to use it by getting this one, garbage, projects, but just change the color should be text, And for the next and final thing like this, I just use text should be muted. So let's move on and use same thing on there. Card PG, card border, and what is the next step? Okay, inside there I need to use this logic, that is use let me check it. I also assign the size should be 32, right? So same thing I'm gonna do on there, size should be 32, and inside there I'm gonna change the color, should be yellow, 400 to yellow 500, right? And just copy that and paste on there, and this is writing, so just copy the text, the writing I'm going to paste on there. Okay. Yeah, so let me check it. As you can see, guys, but I think something is wrong on there. So this is star. Okay, the problem is on the space. Yeah, cool. Okay, let's move on. Just get that, and we will use on there. This is card PG, and also I use same thing but change the object name, right? Same thing, we're gonna use it inside there is what? Okay, the text, and this is perfect. I don't need to change anything else. And I would like to add this one is text secondary. Okay, let me save the file. And what is the next? Text secondary. Yeah, it is perfect. So let's use that on there. This is card BG, and also I need to use the border as well. Right, so this should be what? Okay, I will use the text on there like this. And where is the next? Okay, here, little template. So I just change the text, and this will be text muted like this. And let's move on, and we will use same logic inside there. Should be text, and this should be text muted like this. Right, so let's move on, and we will check it where is little template used. Okay, here also used. This is the text, and this is the text muted like this. So I'm gonna save the file, and let's look at that, guys. Right, so the final thing is I need to fix it. I need to display this content in the right side, and this is also mentioned in the left side. So the problem is our div section. So where it is, what I need to do, I just copy that and find it. So this is a div, so just cut that, and I'm gonna try to paste on there, so it should be displayed in the right side, guys. Also I need to remove the border which are used in the top. So let me check it, the border. Also I think have padding. Okay, not padding, just padding. the gap calls. Okay, let's check it now, this one page. And okay, also I need to mention this one is just copy and paste that and use that as border. So I think the problem will be solved. Yeah guys, I'm getting the perfect result. But also I need to mention the pending, not padding. I mentioned the padding, guys. So let me check the problem where it is. So I think the problem is in the about section, so I need to check that where is the problem. And okay, I think the first thing I'm going to remove it and I move on there, and I'm going to try to add the padding 10. So I think it should be assigned the padding. Yeah guys, perfect. Look at that guys. Alright, so let's move on the skill section, and we will use the same thing that I have used on this time. Just change the color combination on behalf of conditional rendering. Okay, so let's move on our code editor, and I'm going to remove this one tab. Just copy these top and I'm going to paste on there. Leave the first one, just use the default theme classes and is dark mode. So open this skill, and also I need to destruct them. Is dark mode, right? And same thing I'm going to do on there, which is conditional rendering to display the different type of things. Like this will be theme classes dot text. I also copy this one because I need to save the time, and we need to work a lot on this one page. Right, on another pages, this should be text secondary, and I will use map method. So where is the closing div? Okay, so just cut that and remove this one from there. And also I need to mention this data, which skill data. Give me a second, I'll just show you a skill like this one object. So I have a name, values and many other things, so I will get that inside this one page. So in order to get that, I need to destruct them because I have other functions inside the data file like this. And I would say skills.map skill group index, right? And we're gonna use first, before using that, I need to use skill icon skill group.icon. I need to get the icon from this one object base, because I have used on the skill, means I target the skill. I need to get the icons like this one object. Okay, so the next one is I need to use return. What do you want to return? The code that I have designed it. So let me open the page. Look at that guys. So let's use one by one our conditional rendering on there, and many other things we're going to use it. So I'm going to copy that, and let me check the okay. So the first one is theme classes called BG, and also I mentioned that border. The next one is I need to display the icon, so I need to target by this one variable which have icons. Size should be 32, and also I'm going to add the conditional rendering class, margin white for, and also is dark mode is exist. Text should be blue 400, otherwise text should be blue 500, like this. So let's move on, and this is the text So okay, I'm going to use this and copy to text, and also I need to display the dynamic details skill group dot category like this. I'm going to save the file and look at that, guys. The details icons are coming from my data file, right? So let's move on, and we will use same thing inside this section, right? So what is where I use, give me a second, guys. Okay, also I mentioned this one is the map method. So I need to target skill group dot items dot map. So in the skill group have items. Let me show you guys this one. I'm going to target this one items and use map skill int like this. Just return complete code. And same thing you can do to skill item icon skill dot icon. Means you need to get the icon and assign the variable to add the icons. So the first step, I need to add the conditional based class. Like just copy it and we will paste on there. Just change what theme class is hover when I have the mouse on there like this. And the next one where I will add, okay, I will add the icon on there. Skill item icon skill item icon like this. Size should be 20, and also I want to mention the conditional rendering on there. Is dark mode is okay. Is dark mode is exist. Text should be blue 400, otherwise text should be blue 400. This is a skill name, so I just get the skill name from skill.name, which is this. Means I need to get the dynamic names. And let me check where I have used. Okay, yeah, perfect. Let me check another details. Okay, so here is a skill. First I need to, okay, here also I need to mention, give me a second. Conditional color combination. Just copy that. Like this, and this is skill name to text, skill level, also I need to use modules. This should be text muted like this, text muted. So the last and final thing I would say, this should be skill group dot color, and also I need to mention style, which should be skill dot level. Means display the progress bar. So I think everything is perfect, so let me open that, and there we go, guys. But I think something is wrong. Okay, so let me check that. And So the problem is I did not display the basically icons and also progress bars, but everything is perfect. I'm getting the results. So let me check that where is the mistake. So width should be scale dot. First I'm gonna like this, no, and this is the skill level modules, but why I can't get the skill crew color? It should be 2. Okay guys, problem is here. I think I'm getting the progress bar, guys. Look at that. But the last and final thing is icons, right? So let me move on there and skill item. So I think I need to get that, and let me check the top. Skill. This doesn't accept. Guys, I think the problem is in my spelling. Okay, so let me save the file and look at it, guys. We are almost done our second section, so let's move on our third section, which is education. So let's move on our code editor. So I also close this one and leave the data file. The next is dark mode. Am I right? Okay. Yeah. So the first thing is yes, theme classes dot text should be on there. So also I'm going to copy it because I need to save the time, and I'm going to paste on there. But inside there I'm going to change the color should be text secondary. So let's move on, and I will use the map method inside there. So okay, so just cut that, remove the map method comment, and you need to get what education from data and use that. Let's call that education.map edu index. Just get the icon is edu icon from edu.icon, and just return the code which you have used on earlier, means the designing. So let me add one by one details. So I'm going to paste, okay, I'm copy that, getting that, and use it is called bg, and also I use one more time but change the color is border. Alright, so this is the icon section. So I would say edu icon size should be 32, and class should be margin right 4, margin top 1 is dark mode. Is dark mode is exist. Text should be blue 400, otherwise text should be blue 500, like this. Save the file, and yeah, perfect. And let me add the class on there is theme classes should be text, and this is a static data, but I need to change it to add the dynamic data. edu.degree, edu.education, like school, and let me use that is education.edu.description, like this. And also I'm going to remove this one, not remove, I'm going to cut it, use theme classes.text secondary. Also I'm going to copy it because I need to set the time. So let's move on, and this should be text, and this is achievement. So the achievement have many details, so I need to get the achievement from edu.achievements.map. I would like to use short. So I turn this content inside there, achievement, like this, and yeah, perfect. So let me change this one, should be edu.year, and this is a conditional rendering, so I would say edu.gpa is exist to display this one content. And also I need to change the static data to dynamic data on there, should be edu.gpa. Let me use this one as a conditional rendering as well. edu.certificate is exist to display that, and also edu.certificate to display the dynamic details. The last one is education, edu.status, like this. I'm going to save the file, and look at that, guys. So yeah, our third section has been completed. So when you move on any section, you will get different result. Let me use the dark mode, and look at that, guys. Look at that. So everything is working perfectly on there. So let's move on our project's future. So I move on our, give me a second, project, but also I need to use project like this, and is dark mode like this. And what I'm going to do on the first step is theme classes.text should be like this, copy, and we will paste on there. This should be text secondary, text.secondary, right? And I will use map method inside there. So let me check that. Give me a second. Okay, I think, give me a second. I think I need to, give me a second. Also cut that and paste inside the div, because I need to add all of the information inside the map method, inside this one map method, to get all of the information on there. Right, cool. So I'll cut that, remove it, and I need to get the data from projects data, okay, and I would like to use projects dot map project index. Same logic, you can use that, guys. Project icon from project.icon. By the way, these details is available inside this one page, guys. So I have been using these details like education, and this is the project. So inside the projects have a title, description, technologies, and images, so I will use them, right? I'm going to paste the code. Where is my code, guys? Give me a second, guys. Give me a second, it's very important. So I have just to use this, okay? And I repeat the process. Import projects from data, and I would like to use that is projects.map project index and const project icon slash project.icon, and just return. Where is the code? Give me a second, guys. So guys, I repeat the process, but I just pause the video because I need to complete this in process. So just const project icon from project.icon and return the complete code like this. So let me add one by one detail. So first of all, I need to copy that and I'm going to paste inside there. It should be card PG and also border. The next one is image, so I would say project.image, and in the alt what you should be use project.title as well. And this is the project icons. I'd say if have any error, no, yeah, it's perfect. So I would say project icon size should be 32, and also I need to mention the class text white, drop shader should be LG. This, and this is the project status, so I would say project.status, and this is the conditional based, so I would say project.status is equal to live, and this first character is, so I would say BG green 500, text should be white, otherwise BG yellow, 500/90 text should be black, like this. So let's move on, and we will add the category, and there is project.category, and this is okay. In the href you can use project.link, passing the links on there, and this should be project.github, and let me check it if have any, yeah, so there is project.what description, and this will be project.title, and also I need to get my this one theme classes, and I'm going to paste on there. This should be text, and also I would say on this is what, and the project not there, okay. In the project description I would say like this, copy paste, and just change text should be secondary. Okay, and this is the tech, so I'll get the technologies project.technologies.map tech slash tech index. It should be written. Okay, I will write that code, guys. In a span tech, and also I need to assign the class should be conditional based. One is dark mode is exist, so basic gray 700, text should be gray 300, otherwise text should be gray, not text bg gray 100, text should be gray 700, like this. So yeah, it's perfect, guys. So let me open that and look at that, guys. Right, these are featured project, but where is my, let me check that. So I need to display the, when I hover the mouse, I think there were some issues inside the conditional base, but everything is perfect when I load the page. So the problem is, by default I can't see anything else inside the project, but when I hover the mouse I am getting the result, but the two things are appear inside top. So let me check these details and we will fix it. We're gonna try to fix it. Let me cut that and I'm gonna save the file. The first problem has been solved, and now let me this project status. So I just cut it at work. Yeah, it is perfect. So yeah, these are coming from there, but I think something is wrong. So if I will add them, let me check that, guys. Project image, and after this I also did that, the previous one. Top, absolute top 4. Then project icon, guys, I'm going to remove these icons, guys. Yeah, it is perfect. I just remove other ones. So this is only on the designing, guys, and some other icons are used on there as well, guys. And let me fix them, because when I hover the mouse I need to display some icons. So the problem is all about the, let me cut it. And I'm going to try to paste on there. So let's see what happened. Okay, I'm getting icons. Let me save the file and let's look at that, where I will use the icons. Give me a second. This is project category. Let me check the classes, guys. Let me undo that, because and let's move on the top and we will fix it, guys. So our flow is hidden relative, yeah, and with full object produces scale, yeah, perfect. And I would say top 4 and right 4, and the next one is I would say flex, and let me try it, guys. Space x2, top 4, right 4, remove the left from there, and let me open it. Yeah, I'm getting the pages, as you can see. So let me use the last one is project status. So I'm going to remove these. Use bottom 4, left should be 4, flex, justify between item should be end. Okay, let's save the file and look at that. Right, I'm getting a result. As you can see, the icons and some other options are available on the cards, but we would say guys, I have fixed the issues. The first one is I used also the fix image container must be relative, so I used the relative. And the next one issue is the top right elements, means the classes which I have used on there. The third one is I need to wrap this complete content inside the absolute section, right? And other options is perfect for me. So once I changed these styling, and let me open it, look at that, guys. So the issues is all about the icons and some labels. So in my mistake, I have designed without displaying the details inside the page, so I'm facing the issues, guys. So yeah, so it is our next project, our next component. Then we will work on the last component, like contact page or contact component. So guys, I'm gonna open my this one file and in the app dot. So I just use the first one on there, and also I need to open it, just destruct them, and we will able to use them. So the first one is theme classes.text, and same thing I'm gonna do, copy it and where I will use it. Okay, also this is a conditional based, so theme classes dot text secondary, and this is a grid, so I just copy it. And also I need to mention this one should be text algae. Alright, so let's look at that. The next process, like there, I would say paste this one code and change border, but before using the border I need to say card bg and border like this. Text, and I would say text should be secondary. Yeah, it's perfect. And the last one, text muted, like this. So let's move on, and this should be card bg and also the card border, just like this. And same thing you can do on there is text. This should be text secondary, this should be text muted, like this. And yeah, we will use same thing, card bg. This will be border, this would be only text, this would be text secondary, and this would be text muted. So that's it guys for this section, so let's move on. And this is also important, so I would like to change it by using little template and use theme classes dot card bg, and like to copy paste and just change it the border. And let me say what it should be text. This is the name, and the name should be text. And same thing, this is the level, and the level should be text. And the level should be text. Okay. And so let's move on at the top, and the final thing is input field. So in the input field you should be use the text. And also I need to mention two more classes like card bg, and the next one is border. Right, so three things you can do on the input field, like this. So this is the input field, this is the input field, and also this is the input as well. And what is next? I think everything is perfect, so let me look at it guys. The last and final thing is we need to fix it by adding the contact form in the right side. So I think this issue is all about my devs. So I could just cut it and paste on there. So I think it should be no. Paste on there. No. Just look at that. Where is the mistake? So let me check it. First one is email. Give me a second. And okay, just undo that. And the problem is inside my grid. Where is grid? Where is? Okay, in the top I have used the grid, md grid calls. Just use that. Look at it, guys. So this is a complete personal portfolio website. I do not use the classes to animate the particular section, but you can do that. So yeah, so I think this is very helpful for you to understand how you can build the personal portfolio website from scratch using React and Tailwind CSS. This is the simple things. You have learned how you can use the tabs to display the different type of content when you will click on the particular tab. So yeah guys, so thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.